much for joining us.
Fight of tonight. From the Dominican Republic, number 9 WBO champion in Fecker box, Francisco Alvarez. And from South Africa with a record of 17 wins, 0 loss, and 1 draw, number 5 in the WBO championship, Dingaan Thobela. The referee, Mr. Roberto Ramirez, and the judges, Miguel Donate and Nelson Vasquez.
All right, the third man in the ring is Roberto Ramirez, calling these two fighters to the center of the ring to give them the final instructions.
Well, we've got the referee reading the instructions. Let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Dingaan Thobela. He's a teaching prospect, Sean. The young man is a student, education, back in Soweto. They call him the Rose of Soweto. He's undefeated, 17-0 and 1 draw, and he's looking to become the first world champion from Soweto, and that's the reason he got into boxing.
Well, he was the prospect of the year in 1987. He has never lost. The only blemish on his record is a draw that he suffered in December of '86 against Peter Mpikashi. That was in Durban, South Africa. Just inexperience, he says, as that was only his 4th fight that he lost, or that he drew with. Just 1 week ago, he gave up the Transvaal South Africa Junior Lightweight Championship and decided to move up to the lightweight class. He'd like a match with Mauricio Aceves of Mexico, the current World Boxing Organization lightweight champion. He's in college in Soweto, as you mentioned, studying to be a teacher. His last fight was with Danilo Cabrera. That was back on July 24th of this year. He knocked him out in the 3rd round. Got a devastating left hook, so keep an eye on that.
Absolutely, Thobela with a left. We almost got Francisco Alvarez here in our lap as he slipped throwing a punch. But Dingaan Thobela, the 5th ranked WBO lightweight, he's got 11 KOs and 3 straight. But I'd like to see how the venue affects Thobela, since, as looking at his record, this might be the first time he's fought outside of his native country, or at least a faraway place as the Caribbean.
And he is the one in the white trunks with the green stripe and the green rim around the bottom. Francisco Alvarez, the one in the fighter in the blue trunks.
Francisco Alvarez, 9th ranked by the WBO. He's 12-2. He's looking to impress in this 10-round bout. From the Dominican Republic, he is also the Fecar box champion.
What is it, the Fecar?
Fecar box.
Now that's the Caribbean?
Absolutely, yes, that's Caribbean title. And
I would imagine they would have a lot of Caribbean lightweights in this area.
Absolutely, the lower weights predominate in this area of the world, which is the Mecca. If you go back a few years, you can name various champions. We just saw Goyo Benitez, the father of triple champion Wilfredo Benitez, in the corner of Pepe Quiñones before this bout. We see Wilfredo Gomez is in assistance here. Will he come back? Will he not? Well, we don't know, but right now we know that a young man from Soweto is trying to keep his undefeated record. That's got to be like a title in and of itself when you go in the ring defending an undefeated record, Sean.
Absolutely, but you also have a lot of pressure on your back, too, because there's that chance of every time you fight losing for the first time. The end of round 1. Round 2 is coming up. Strategic first round. Both fighters kind of trying to see what their opponent's got. They're looking over their opponent to feel him out first round. Nice looking fighter is that man, Dingaan Thobela. He's a stand-up fighter. He uses his jab, likes the left hook, and we saw that left hook early in that first round against Francisco Alvarez. There is Thobela. The Rose of Soweto,
Absolutely.
they call him.
There you see his seconds in his corner. A very professional job there, informing him exactly what he has to do, what they saw in that very first round.
Oh, and there's already a cut. Look at there, we see a cut.
That he
Sorry for cutting you off, but he had a cut on his face. It's better that I cut you off than we cut him off. Right now, Thobela is hoping to cut him off. Oh, and Francisco Alvarez fighting now like he realizes he's cut, and he's got to go out and try to take Thobela out of there.
Well, I think he's been going that way since the bell. I don't think he knows any other way, frankly.
Well, that first round he was laying back. And Thobela, nice straight punches, stand-up style. He was 10-0 as an amateur, but decided that his prospects were better fit for the professional ranks. Calls himself a Sugar Ray Leonard style.
Well, those are mighty tall words there. But I tell you what, Alvarez style is one where he's wasting a lot of energy. He's flailing away, and right now, it doesn't lend itself to scoring many points, Sean.
And Alvarez is very jerky. I mean, he's really tight, and he's jerking with his punches and his movements. And that takes a lot of steam out of you as a fighter. He was cut in that first round, and we haven't seen any blood from it. It's over the left eye. No blood this round.
Thobela is happy with just staying on the outside, counterpunching, and watching Alvarez miss and then taking advantage of the misses. There you see the cut opening up once again right on the left brow of Alvarez.
Don't go anywhere. Next, after this fight, we've got coming up the Junior Bantamweight Championship of the World. Jose Cheito Ruiz and Hel Cuso Rosario will battle 12 rounds or less for that title. Ruiz is now the champion, Rosario the challenger. Thobela waited in that corner and invited Alvarez to come in. Now he's tying up Alvarez. Let the referee break you. Now get that jab to working. On his trunks, I'm talking about Thobela, he's got King on one leg and Kong on the other leg. King Kong.
Isn't that King Corn, Sean? Hardly a product we know nothing of. But I tell you what, Thobela showing all the signs of a smart boxer. He knows when to move, how to move, and he's got the speed. It's still to be seen if he has the power as this round ends.
See the great bathroom bargain variety at Sanitary City. All the stars are in the great bathroom show at Sanitary City. Sanitary City. Discount prices you will applaud.
Thobela is from Soweto, South Africa. There's a look into the corner of Francisco Alvarez. They're working on that cut. It's over his left eye. That cut was suffered in the first round.
Apparently the boxing fans gathered here is still a little bit stunned by the loss of Pepe Quiñones. And there is Wilfredo Gomez.
Wilfred Gomez from right here, a hero in this part of the country.
Pound for pound at his time, the best boxer in the world.
They love him around here, and he's given us all a lot of great fights that we've certainly enjoyed. Now back to live action. A pair of lightweights that's not over 135 pounds. Roberto Ramirez, the third man in the ring. Third round action. Thobela is on the right of your screen. Alvarez is on the left. Alvarez throwing a lot of wide, wild swinging punches. Now, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So realistically, if they both threw a punch at the same time, Thobela would get his there first because he throws them on the inside. A straight puncher against a wide looping puncher.
Alvarez seems desperate to get in anything, any type of punch on Thobela. Thobela so far has slipped just about everything Alvarez has thrown. And it looks like Thobela is looking for a decision in this fight.
Well, he's got a ways to go because it is only the third round and we're scheduled for 10. Slow pace for these two lightweights. Alvarez would just love it if Thobela would stand still and trade with him.
That's not going to happen yet.
Not at all.
If it does happen, it could show up in the latter rounds. But Thobela looks like he's in excellent shape. Better shape than Alvarez, as a matter of fact. And when you're expending so much energy as Alvarez is, you're bound to run out of gas.
Oh, a nice right hand. Dingaan Thobela threw a nice right hand just on the inside. It was on the inside of a sweeping left hook from Alvarez. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. That's exactly what Thobela threw. Now he's got to take his time and set up Alvarez once again. Use that left jab, get that left jab working, and just wait for Alvarez to cock that left hook. When he does, nail him with the right hand, sting him.
Well, Thobela backing up his statements earlier of his style being similar to Sugar Ray Leonard.
And what he tried to do is he tried to lull Alvarez to sleep, try to lull him into a false sense of security, and then set him up for that one big shot. And that was the big right hand. A knockdown in the third round from Dingaan Thobela. Nice right hand. Now, he's over in his corner, Thobela is. They need to tell him to go out and try to set up Alvarez once again. Don't go out there swinging wildly. Look at what you're doing. Take your time. You've still got 10 rounds. You're in complete control of this fight. So do not get impatient.
You know,
Here's
Sean,
a look at some of the action.
as we look at the replay here, you can only lunge and miss just so many times. So you're gonna get caught with a hard shot.
That's right, and it was the right uppercut, I believe, that caught Alvarez right on the point of the chin. Alvarez, they poured water all over him to try to revive him. And you have to be concerned about the water in the corner. It is in the corner of Francisco Alvarez. There is a lot of water. Now, they are wiping it up right now, so hopefully it won't be a problem. Easy to slip on that water and twist an ankle or fall down from the water.
There's a lot of water on Alvarez, and he is slipping. Alvarez, as you mentioned before, very herky-jerky action, movement, not very graceful, and not very effective to this moment.
And a smooth, look at that right hand up by the ear, blocking the left hook from Alvarez. Thobela, good-looking, smooth fighter. Up, he left his right hand down that time. He got nailed with a left hook.
You know, I'm impressed with the style, of course, of Thobela. And I think that a key to picking his spots as he has it now. What an exchange, Sean.
I tell you, he's got some power in that right hand. Keep your eye on the right hand. This fight could end at any minute. Whenever Thobela lands that right hand, this fight could be over.
I think the secret of Thobela having such good aim is his eyes. He seems to have like zooming like radar vision on whatever point he wants to hit. His vision must be 20/20.
Oh, there it is again. Pinpoint accuracy, that right hand, and that staggered Alvarez. This fight is only a matter of time. Alvarez not even in the class of Dingaan Thobela.
Well, you know that Alvarez 9th ranked and Thobela 5th ranked, but as you said, thus far, he's received a boxing lesson from the South African.
And he landed twice to the body, but they were nicely picked off by the elbows of Thobela. The left jab, look at that left jab working from Thobela. If there's nothing else you can do, you can throw the left jab. When all else fails, throw the left jab, and when you run out of things to do, get that left jab working. Oh, nice left hook by Alvarez. You can't get lazy out there. 1 second is all it takes. And this fight could be over. At the bell, the end of round 4. Halfway gone. I know, friends.
Bone-jarring punches, drama and pain. That's what fist power is all about. Top Sport Marketing brings the boxing fan and sports lover a dramatic collection of knockouts featuring the biggest hitters in South African boxing. The video includes the Silver Assassin, Charlie Weir, at his best. That classic brawl between Rico and Mike Scudder, and of course our own world champion, Brian Mitchell. Fist Power is available in both VHS and Beta formats from Top Sport Marketing at the following Johannesburg number, 714-3830 during office hours.
KOs out of his 17 wins. He's 17-0-1.
I noticed, Sean, that Thobela on the last round was placing his lead foot squarely between Alvarez's feet and in a position where he can get the most punching power. Looks like he definitely is now looking for a knockout.
Well, Alvarez has such a wide stance, it's difficult for him to move inside with ease. His feet are so far apart that he has no power also. If he could tighten up that stance, pull those feet in close together, then he could get some mobility out of his punches. He could move in with some of his punches. He's finding a difficult time reaching the tall, slender Dingaan Thobela. His feet are so wide apart. In contrast, the feet of the Rose from Soweto, Dingaan Thobela, are nice and close together. Well, they're apart right now, but when he's boxing, they are pretty much square with his opponent. He's got plenty of room to step in and throw some heavy shots. Your power comes off the floor. Your shifting of your weight, moving that front foot forward and stepping in with your punch. It also, if you have your feet close together, it also gives you more room to step in.
Well, I think the height and reach advantage has also helped Thobela quite a bit.
And ask about that. There is a way for shorter people to have an advantage without having the reach. And that advantage is to cut off the ring and move on the inside. Now, again, in this fight, Dingaan Thobela is keeping Francisco Alvarez right out on the end of his punches. 90% of the power of the punch is just on the end, that snap. Now look at the defense of Thobela. Hands up by his face, elbows in tight. Nice work.
Alvarez constantly trying to hook Thobela, but the effect, as you mentioned before, is a longer time of that punch arriving, and by the time it arrives, Thobela ain't there to use improper ground. would appear that Thobela's toying now with Alvarez. Trying to show quite a bit of his style.
And he's showing an awful lot of ring generalship. In command of the fight, control with that left jab, and making Alvarez miss a lot of his wild swinging punches. It takes a lot more out of a fighter to swing and miss than to swing and hit. Final seconds. Round number 6 coming up, 5 down. And Dingaan Thobela in complete control of this fight. It has been all Thobela since the first round. Alvarez cut in the first round. And they've done a nice job on that cut. Here is some of the action from that 5th round.
Yeah, perhaps.
Alvarez trying to go on the inside, and all hooks from Alvarez. They're all on the outside. And look at the inside punches. Right, clean shot, right from the inside with Thobela. Thobela also had his hands up by his face, whereas Alvarez, trying to reach around on the outside of those hands, exposed himself and left himself open to the straight punches of Thobela.
Perhaps the cut of Alvarez's left eye has not been effective because Thobela has found so many other places to hit Alvarez in. I mean, he's really picked and chosen well his spots, and he's hitting Alvarez all over his body.
Sixth round action. We're scheduled for 10. The heat is turning it up here a little bit in this 6th round. And it looks as though now Thobela is looking for a knockout.
Yes, he caught Alvarez with a lead right and followed up nicely with some combination.
Alvarez was down in that 3rd round. He was cut in the 1st round. He has certainly paid a price for this fight.
Thobela stalking Alvarez now. And I think Thobela, if indeed he wants a title shot, he has shown great style, great ability, but he must.
They put Alvarez down. And we've not seen that right hand again. But he is in, as I've said, he's in complete control, showing a lot of command in this fight. But he's got Alvarez so much in control that Alvarez is hesitating going in. Alvarez in this round has changed his style. Now Alvarez is trying to be the boxer. Look at him backing up. Look at him bouncing around. He's moving, circling around Dingaan Thobela. And when he does, Thobela is just using his left jab. So a change of strategy for Alvarez. At the bell for the end of round 6.
Now, you mentioned the straight-up style of Thobela, and it's becoming a cakewalk, actually, for Thobela. A walk in the park, but he's going to have to apply some more pressure on Alvarez if he really wants to impress the World Boxing organization.
Well, if he wants to knock out Alvarez, he certainly needs to put out some more pressure and try to take him out. But the champions are all looking for losers, not winners. And they want fighters that will put up good fights, but they want fighters they can beat. They want to retain their title. So it's going to be difficult, perhaps, for that man, Dingaan Thobela, to get a shot at the championship of the world. Champion in that lightweight division. Mauricio Aceves from Mexico. Poli Diaz is the #1 contender. Juan Nazario from right here in Puerto Rico, a southpaw, is the #2 contender. Angel Hernandez from Puerto Rico. The 4 is John Duplessis. #5 is the man you see in the ring now, Dingaan Thobela. #6, Alberto Castro from Colombia. #7 is Gonzalez from Mexico. Julio Lerna from Colombia is #8. Jose Garcia from Colombia is #9. And Juan Barbosa from Venezuela is #10.
Well, Sean, so far it's been the story of the beauty and the beast. The beautiful style of Dingaan Thobela and the rather ugly style of Francisco Alvarez.
And you have to give Alvarez credit. He stayed in there. This is 7th round action. He's continued to throw punches. He's tried. He's given it his best. But he just cannot get inside that reach of Dingaan Thobela. Thobela with nice, good combinations. Then he takes a half step back to step out of any retaliation from Alvarez. Thobela is trying to set up that right hand. He's got the right hand cocked, and he's going to try to bring it over the top of the left hand of Francisco Alvarez. See if we can see it. He likes the right hand. But here is a good opportunity to be using the left jab. There it is from Thobela. Oh, the best combination from Francisco Alvarez.
Alvarez now
it's all Alvarez.
showing some fire, Sean.
Finally.
It's about time.
7th round action. He may have waited too late to start that firepower.
Right now, Thobela has treated Alvarez as a sort of a sparring partner because he really has not applied the necessary pressure to knock him out. Just content to get a workout here. And
30 seconds to go in this 7th round.
that could get dangerous if he takes his eye off of Alvarez.
Alvarez finally getting some offensive in his style.
And Sean, there is Tennis Stratton from World Boxing, the promoters, bringing you this bout. In attendance.
He promotes 18 fights a year in Johannesburg, South Africa. Former manager of world heavyweight champion Hedi Kutsia from South Africa, a wonderful fighter. Sitting next to him was the referee we saw a little bit earlier, Stanley Christodoulou, taking a break from his refereeing duties to enjoy some boxing. A strategist, Sugar Ray Leonard style, is Dingaan Thobela, the Rose of Soweto. That kind of rhymes. Dingaan Thobela, the Rose of Soweto.
Okay, Mr. Poet.
Yes.
Poet laureate of boxing.
Don't quit my daytime job, huh? Is that what you're telling me?
And now Thobela getting off first with the jab. We think he should be going for a little more than a jab, going for some of those combinations that he showed earlier that gave the advantage, the luxury that he has right now in the points. But now there's blood coming from the nose of Thobela. Apparently one of Alvarez's shots has reached him. This is a new experience for Thobela, at least in this bout. He's the one that's bleeding.
But Thobela is, keep in mind, he's fighting halfway around the world from his home country in South Africa. And it takes an awful lot out of a fighter to travel that distance, to get inside the ring and fight. This is his first time of fighting in the Western Hemisphere.
Okay, will that cut bother his breathing at all?
The cut in the nose?
Yes.
Yes, it could. That nose, the blood from his nose will, as it clots, it'll block the passageways for him to breathe. And he'll start breathing through his mouth. Now with his mouth open, it could easily break his jaw, but without much power in Francisco Alvarez, I don't think that could happen.
Certainly, Thobela, very good defense, but he was nailed, as every boxer, no matter how good he is, eventually will be. And that's a test when you get nailed and when you get in a difficult situation, how you can come out of it. And there's the answer right there.
That's a knockdown. Anytime that any part of your body touches the floor besides your feet, that is considered a knockdown. Nice job, referee Roberto Ramirez. Now, Thobela cannot get excited. He's got to throw those punches, but he's got to set up Francisco Alvarez. 30 seconds to go in this 7th round. Can Alvarez weather the storm? Oh, and another right hand by Thobela. Coming down to the last 15 seconds. Thobela's got to get those hands busy. Oh, a nice right hand. And Alvarez holds on. 10 seconds to go. And there's the bell.
Alvarez hanging out for dear life after that hard right he got right on the nose from Thobela. The cut has opened up once more on the brow, left brow of Alvarez. Although I think that the punches, and there we see that right.
Look at that right hand. Now, Alvarez had his left hand down and his chin up in the air. And when you get hit with a punch like that and it makes your head fly up, it looks a lot worse than it actually is. Of course, I'm saying that sitting out here ringside.
Yeah,
Alvarez
right.
might
He's the one
disagree with what I
that
said. Here's a look at some more of that action from that 8th round. And this could perhaps be the knockdown.
Some doubt in the crowd's mind whether it was a knockdown, but I think we agree that it was in fact a knockdown.
It was very much so a knockdown. Nice job by Roberto Ramirez, the referee. The beginning of round number 9.
Now the water cascading now off the body of Alvarez. And I don't think that's going to help much right now. If Thobela can follow up that last round. I think he just caught Alvarez.
He just caught Alvarez, and it looked as though the ropes were the only thing that saved Alvarez. Taking a lot of right hands is Alvarez. And there's another right hand, and down goes Alvarez. A lot of punching power from Thobela.
Remember, the 3 knockdown rule is in effect. And there's number 1 early in this round.
And those knockdowns have to come in the same round. Of course, Alvarez was down in the 8th round and down in the 3rd round, but you got to give the kid guts. Credit, because he's got guts.
He's got the
guts because he has credit. Okay. I get so excited these good fights. Backwards I start talking.
Well, Alvarez has made it an interesting fight because he's tried his darndest to get in on Thobela. He's pressured Thobela, and he's shown some of the greatness, potentially, certainly, for Thobela, as he has come back and hit Alvarez with some very hard shots.
Dingaan Thobela. It has been all Thobela, with a knockdown in the third, a knockdown in the eighth. He has had complete control of this fight, and I have given him every single round. This fight has been a ball game. One man pitching, one man catching. And right now, it's Thobela pitching, Alvarez catching. Oh, that's enough. Look at how relaxed the body of Alvarez was. His foot was caught up under his body. That's how relaxed you get when you're knocked out. Now the first thing they want to do is stand up. Sit him down. Look at the cut. They're putting some medication in that cut over the left eye of Francisco Alvarez. The first thing that a fighter wants to do is stand up. What you want to do as a cornerman is keep him down on the ground as long as you can if he's been knocked out, because most of the time when they stand up, they only go back down again. A look into the corner of the Rose of Soweto, Dingaan Thobela.
Sean, everyone appeared to know the fight was over except Alvarez.
A beautiful right hand, the power in that right side for Thobela. He likes the right punch. He likes to bring the uppercut, and he likes to throw it over the top. Here's a look at it again. Dingaan Thobela, the right uppercut. The first one did the damage. The second one put away Francisco Alvarez from the Dominican Republic. Alvarez is standing up, set him down on a stool. He's just been 8.5 hard rounds. He's gotten knocked out. He's been hurt on several occasions. Still, he's stepping in post holes.
Well, Alvarez is very game, but he just plain got beat by a better boxer this night.
Oh, he is still hurt. The way he's walking around, he's losing his balance. Terrible feeling. Good puncher. Dingaan Thobela. He's a good puncher, but he needs to work on his activity. Needs to be a little bit more active. He's got some work to do, some things to work on, but he's got the basic essentials down. He's a good-looking prospect. He's got a nice jab. He sets behind his jab well, moves very good. He's got good balance, and we expect to see some nice things from this 18-0-1 lightweight. Hopefully this win will move him up in rankings in the lightweight division. Right now, he is rated number 5 in that division. The World Boxing Organization's lightweight class. Good-looking fighter.
Waiting the decision right now, Sean. We'll see if we can get Dingaan Thobela over here.
Crowd's still buzzing over that knockout. They were a quiet, subdued crowd up until the right hand from Thobela landed. Of course, both of these fighters are from out of town and out of the country. Dominican Republic for the man who just got knocked out, Francisco Alvarez, and Soweto, South Africa for that man, Dingaan Thobela. What a wonderful feeling. Nice, loose, calm, relaxed, good-looking fighter. Got a lot to look forward to. What an exciting time in his career, too. First time on worldwide television. And Rick St. James is going to try to work himself over so that he can get a word or two so we can talk to Dingaan Thobela, and hopefully he can say hello to the home folks back in Soweto. Let's get the call.
By technical knockout after 2 minutes and 1 second in the 9th round from South Africa, Dingaan Thobela.
Well, it was just over 2 minutes of the 9th round that Dingaan Thobela did away was Francisco Alvarez. Of course, he knocked him down in the 10th round, and then once again in the 8th round and the 9th round. Let's go up to ringside and talk with Dingaan.
Okay, let's have a chat here with Dingaan Thobela, the winner of this, very impressive winner of this bout.
Yeah, this was a good fight. You know, I didn't want to throw many punches because I know the heat during the week in training has affected me. So I knew that if I hit many punches, then I would punch myself out. So I took my time, and obviously the guy was also awkward.
Dingaan, what is it you need to work on now?
Sorry?
What is it you need to work on now?
I have to work out in throwing more punches.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you are in your career? Do you feel like you're ready to challenge for a world championship?
Yes, I
or do you
think
want to
so.
have some more fights?
Yes, I have to get one chance of fighting one fight and then fight for the world title.
And fight, so you're 2 fights away from the title.
You like a Severs next then? Well, would you like to say something to your fans back in Soweto?
I said they mustn't worry about the performance. I've tried hard so that I can be the guy, and because the heat has affected me, so no problem. Next time.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
so back to the
the words
gym goes Dingaan Thobela. Back to Soweto, South Africa, saying hello to